this one, I was kind of, I gotta say, I was a little bit shocked to see this one here. So, we gotta blast the past coming into this because this is an ex-Giant, a former Giant that we haven't heard really too much publicly about in a long time. And it's Antrel Rolle. Nice guy, by the way, Antrel. I've had the chance to talk to him before. Real nice guy. He spoke with Gambling Industry News about OBJ and JPP both about them coming back to the Giants. And he said, I'd love to see it, but that's me being biased because those are my boys. I'd love to see them go out on their own terms at MetLife Stadium. Obviously, we know Odell's had a lot of injuries, but I still think Odell has a lot left in the tank. I just don't feel like he's been used properly. The last time we saw that was when he was in LA. We have yet to see him used like that since then. If he's healthy, I'd still say OBJ with his route running, the way he can separate in and out of breaks, he can be a top 15 receiver in the game today if he's targeted correctly. Okay, before we get to JPP, let's just say this real quick. I know Rolle does not play in the NFL anymore, but this is the perfect time to give an ex-player a drug test. He could be a top 15 receiver in the league today.
No, see, what he did was perfect journalism. If used correctly, that's what's called clickbait.
Okay.
If you actually make sure that he runs a 40-yard bomb and no one else is covering him in a big sneak play, and you throw it to him twice a game, he could be a top 15 receiver in this NFL.
But let me tell you, do you think there's any scenario where you get the perfect quarterback, the perfect line, and the perfect coordinator with them that OBJ becomes a top 15 wide receiver again?
No. But it's the verbiage. It's the verbiage.
But that's why I'm calling it BS, because even at that verbiage, it's not going to happen. This was like 4 ACL tears ago that he was good. Like, stop.
Yeah.
You know, he's not that player. Like, it's, and listen, I'm taking this as him just sticking up for a buddy. That's how I want to take this, because I got to think in my hearts of hearts, he doesn't really think this. I got to think that.
And he's super biased. Like, it's like
definitely biased.
But it's also like once you get to like top 15, that drop from top 15, the drop from top 10 is amazing, top 15 is fantastic. Yeah, pretty great. But once you get past 15, like, you're talking about really good players, but that stretches to like 32. Because every team has a pretty solid. It's a pretty solid number one.
Okay.
So like the drop saying like that he could be top 15. It's just saying that like he's not top 20, because top 20 really means he could be top 27.
I'm doing the math here. Okay. So here's what we're looking at, basically. Top 15. Okay. The 15th most receiving yards in the NFL last year was Scary Terry McLaurin. The 15th most receptions was a tight end, Jonnu Smith. But if you go in between him, he's sandwiched by 2 wide receivers, Jeudy, who had a great second half of his year with the Browns.
He did.
And Jacoby Myers, who somehow still broke 1,000 yards with, again, the Raiders. There's not a shot in hell that if you told me you could take Scary Terry or OBJ, that I take OBJ. There's not a shot in hell that you tell me, do you want Jerry Jeudy or OBJ? And I don't say Jerry Jeudy.
I'm a fantasy football guy. I don't touch Jerry Jeudy because he's like that very inconsistent. He's like, his play wise, like, he gets a lot of credit for being a great player, and he's a good player, but he's overhyped at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I would take him over OBJ, hands down.
This is, like I said, this is absolutely insane to even have a conversation about if OBJ could still be a top 15 receiver in the league? No.
If used correctly.
I don't care. Still no.
If
Still
used
no.
correctly.
Now he goes on to say, and OBJ is just I said OBJ, I'm sorry. And JPP is an absolute freak. I would love to see both my guys go out on their own terms in MetLife stadiums. That would be dope. At least he said it nice. He's a freak. Listen, JPP was an athletic freak. We know that.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole reason he got drafted. Didn't he do like a YouTube video of him like jumping over a car or something? Ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Like there was something. I totally forgot about that till just now, even. But I want to say there was something he did like that. Really athletic guy, like he was. Like there's a reason why he was as good as he was, because he had the size and the strength, but he had the speed that you're not supposed to have at that size.
It was crazy. It's like not even fair.
You know, and that was years ago, guys. That's not what he is anymore. He hasn't been good in years. You know, like it's just craziness. And David says that was Drew Phillips jumping the cars. I'm gonna look it up real quick because I swear there was something about JPP draft, like a YouTube video, like that there was something about him like jumping over a car, but that was so many years ago that who knows.
We're talking about what? Damn near 15 years ago.
Yeah. Let's see here. I'm putting JPP and it comes up as some kind of car JP performance. That's a car thing. I didn't ask for that. Sheesh. That's what happens when you try to look things up on the spot here.
Yeah. Well, Ace of Spades comes in and saying that he did consecutive backflips, which that is also pretty impressive.
Remember there was something. I just cannot remember. And you look up JPP and all you find out is no, yeah, exactly.
Actually, it would be like this.
All you find out is that. So yeah, Ace of Spades to see he did consecutive backflips. Yeah, like I said, I knew he did something. I thought it was a car he jumped over or something too. But regardless, 6'5", 270 pounds, you should not be able to do that stuff. So yes, he is a freak athlete, but you know what? He's also years away from being, good at this point. He's also, 36 years old.
Oh, he's so old.
And I hate to say it that way. I wish I was still 36. You kidding me? It was 7 years ago. But he's not good anymore. It's done. It's done. We need to move on. We need to stop romanticizing these older players. I see somebody comment. I think Jay said that, but it's right. Like we have this, and again, I get it because we sucked for so long. I get it. But that time is past. It's over.
Well, I mean, Giants fans in general, we love just talking about the past, how great players are. Like we talked about, like you're right. JPP was a freak for us. He was a freak in the past for us.
Yep.
But it's the present. It's no longer here. We're all now talking about how great Eli was a quarterback. But year 3, after 2 losses, we were talking about kicking him to the curb and getting a new quarterback. We're talking about who's coming out of the draft.
For 2 of them.
Yeah.
Every year.
It's like we question if Eli was elite.
Yeah.
Was it Eli elite? Like
can't spell elite without Eli.
Yeah.
Remember that going around. But
we compared it to Phil Simms.
Yeah. I said that, but it's what we do. I swear Giants fans must love Guinness beer because we just love harp on things. It's just it is what it is. Like it's just
harp beer is pretty good too. So
we gotta move. Is there a harp beer too? We gotta move on though from these guys. That's all it boils down to. Now he was also asked about Beckham whether I think he'd be a mentor to Malik Nabors. He said, "Oh, absolutely, it'd be helpful. One of my mentors, Deion Grant, taught me so much on and off the field. You can't put a price on those things. He was such a pivotal part for us in that 2012 Super Bowl run, and a lot of times it was behind closed doors. The only people that knew were the players. No coaches, no media, none of that. Those things are such hidden gifts." What does I get it. Again, Roll played with them. He knows him personally. I don't try to I don't want to like diminish his knowledge on the person who he is. And I'm sure OBJ is not 100% a horrible person, guys. But do we want Malik Nabors learning how to get in a fight with kicking nets, get kicked off a plane, starting fights with corners? Do we want him to learn stuff?
So I'm actually going to disagree with you a little bit there because OBJ did all that, and that's something that he could be like, don't make the mistakes I did.
He's still doing stuff.
This
is like
not recently.
This is not like LT coming back and telling players to avoid cocaine. Okay, like this is a different thing. Like this is OBJ is still actively having issues. Like it's only been like a year or two removed from him having issues from that plane, right?
Yeah, but I guess 2 years ago.
This wasn't like 10, 15 years ago, and he's learned his lesson kind of scenario. Like I said, hopefully he does learn his lesson. Hopefully he stops doing these things. You know,
well, I feel like he's been out of the news, trying just being quiet, just trying to get like his career back and get since the whole airplane thing with no pants on, but whatever. But he may have learned his lesson. Like if he was on some, if he wasn't, I don't know the whole scenario, but like,
so
he could be the guy like, hey, listen, I had everything right. I mean, like I was the guy that was in your shoes and I messed it up by doing this. And that might be something like, listen, Johnny Manziel came out and said if he had someone like him 5 years down the road to say something like that to him, like it would have changed his career.
Let me throw this at you. If he was such a good potential mentor,
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, if he was such a good potential mentor, we'd be talking about a role he had with the Ravens, correct? He was a mentor to Zay Flowers his rookie year, which obviously worked great for Flowers that year release. But if he was such a good mentor, would the Ravens not have found a way to keep him past the year? It's not like teams were knocking the door down to go get OBJ last year.
You're not wrong, but also at the same time, like, how much are you going to pay for an old mentor? Because if you're going to bring in, like, how much did he make with the Ravens? Like, hey, take a pay cut, stay with us.
But you can still re-sign someone after that. Like, you can still bring them back. So, like, I'm looking here at what he made. He made, let's see, with the Dolphins, it was a 1 year, $3 million contract. You're telling me you didn't want to give it to him? Now they paid him 1 year, $15 million the year before with the Ravens. Obviously, they did not get their money's worth. But if you're telling me he's not even worth a $3 million contract to keep him, that just tells me all I need to know. That you don't think he was a good personality around.
Or he just wasn't that mentor at that point.
But that's what we're saying to keep him for. At least that's what Antrel Rolle was saying to keep him for. That's what I'm saying. He's just not a mentor. He's not.
Okay. But like backtrack what we just said before. The airplane incident was when he was with the Ravens, was it not? Right? He made mistakes. He made the mistake with the Ravens. You don't re-sign him because that's a terrible mistake. If you actually, turn a corner, you're with the Dolphins, who had a terrible, just
a
really bad season,
or a release from the Dolphins, if I remember correctly, too.
Yeah.
So, but I'm just saying,
like a redemption story is not the worst. That's all I'm throwing out there.
I'm just saying, if the Ravens wanted to develop Zay Flowers, and he was part of the success of Zay Flowers, and he was part of the development of Zay Flowers, they would have kept him. They would have found a way to keep him. I mean, that's just where it's at. And obviously they didn't keep him. So I don't buy the mentor thing. I think it's time for us to move on past these old Giants because they're old. They're just that. They're old Giants. Come back here for a day. Both of them. Let's do that. Let's say both you two we're going to bring you in. We're going to sign you for 1 day. And then once you come in for that 1 day, you retire as a Giant. Throw a big fanfare. Throw the big montage of Super Bowl, with JPP, the montage of the catch with OBJ, and move on. It's time.
Yeah.
Eli can go there and do a nice little speech. Talk about how he enjoyed playing with JPP, and he used to enjoy with OBJ before OBJ talked trash about him. He can do all these things.
Eli would be a great politician.
He would definitely. He maybe he can learn from John Roney while his kid's there.
Thanks for watching. Like the show? Of course you do, or you would have turned it off by now and not be hearing me. There are plenty of ways to support the show. YouTube is the best place to join us, and we offer memberships there with fun benefits like custom emojis and early access to video clips. Of course, there you can also send super chats and stickers to send one-time support payments. The best way to support the show is to buy these drunk idiots beers at buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoofballs. Along with one-time support payments, there are also monthly plans, so you can continue to help kill their livers each month. You can also show people that you are a goofball by visiting our store at 2giantgoofballs-shop.fourthwall.com. We got everything from shirts, hats, phone cases, funny candles, buttons, stickers, and even a 2 Giant Goofballs towel to dry off your goofballs. Of course, you can always support the show for free by simply hitting the like, subscribe, and share button wherever you are watching or listening to this. Hit the thumbs up on YouTube. Leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It helps the show tremendously, and quite frankly, the Goofballs suck at marketing and need your help to get the word out. Thank you for being part of the Goofball Army and for taking the time out to support the show.
If you like that clip,
then you will love the full episodes too.
Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging